All right, I got a phone call, and I'm not going to redo that whole chapter, so we're going to start where I left off. And you want some toast? With jelly, agreed Ralph, and ran off to the mouse hole, eager to tell his family things were not so bad after all. They were still entitled to room service. But when Ralph reached the mouse hole, he found pandemonium. His brothers and sisters and cousins were huddled together, squeaking with fright. His mother picked up a bunch of shredded Kleenex and put it down again, only to pick up another bunch as if she did not know what to do with it. Uncle Lester and Aunt Dorothy were there, too, stuffing crumbs into their mouths as if they never expected to eat again. Look at those guys. Dear me, Ralph's mother was saying. Whatever shall we... Oh, Ralph, there you are at last. Where on earth have you been? Never mind, we haven't time. Time for what? Asked Ralph. What's going on around here anyway? The housekeeper, your Uncle Lester, the sheets. Oh, do be quiet, everybody. Ralph's mother was so agitated she could not tell her son what was wrong. Uncle Lester had swallowed a mouthful of crumbs. It's like this, Ralph. The housekeeper discovered a hamper full of sheets and pillows and towels with holes chewed in them. Uh-oh, thought Ralph. Whatever had happened, it was my fault. He might have known. I heard her telephoning the manager about it from her office, continued Uncle Lester. The manager came up and called in all the maids and the bellboys and everyone who had to look at the holes chewed in the sheets. It was quite a powwow. The motorcycle, thought Ralph. What happened to the motorcycle? There might be a chance it did not go into the laundry after all. And you didn't happen to see a motorcycle in the housekeeper's office, did you? He ventured. I was listening, not looking out, said Uncle Lester. I am not foolhardily like some people around here. Ralph, you know what this means. His mother managed to pull herself together to say that much. It means war on mice, said Aunt Dorothy ominously. It means traps, poisons, said Uncle Lester. Who knows? This time the management might even spend money on an exterminator. We shall have to flee. There is nothing else to do. And if we flee, the owls will get us, said Ralph's mother, causing the brothers and sisters and cousins to set up an awful squeal. Shh! The mother mouse fluttered her paws in an alarm. Flee? Ralph was bewildered. Flee and leave room service? Room service? Exclaimed his mother. How can we expect room service after you lost that poor boy's motorcycle? It's all right. It's all right, Ralph assured his mother, and could not resist adding rather grandly, I've already ordered. Room service is bringing us bacon and toast with jelly. The news silenced everyone. A breakfast of bacon and toast with jelly delivered to the mouse nest without first being dropped on the carpet was not to be abandoned lightly. We want some jelly. We want some jelly. All the cousins began to squeak. Be quiet, ordered Uncle Lester. Do you want them to find us? Ralph knew that no matter what the others chose to do, he was not going to flee from the hotel, not until he found out what had happened to the motorcycle. He was very sure of this, and all at once he felt calm and clear-headed as he had never felt before. He knew exactly what his family should do. Be quiet, everybody, Ralph ordered, standing up straight so all of his relatives could see him. I will tell you what we are going to do. See here, Ralph, interrupted Uncle Lester. You are pretty young to be giving orders to your elders. Now, Lester, said Aunt Dorothy, let's listen to Ralph. After all, he has our food brought up by room service. No one else in history of the family has managed to do that. This silenced Uncle Lester, and Ralph was allowed to continue. What we should do is keep quiet for a few days. Here, he looked down at his cousins who were, for once in their lives, were not squeaking. I will arrange for room service to bring our meals so we won't have to go scrabbling around in the woodwork or scrounging around in the rooms. That way we won't be tempted to taste any poisoned food or go near any traps. And if the management doesn't see or hear any of us for a few days, they will forget about us. They always do. Now just a minute, Uncle Lester said. This boy won't be here long. You know how it is with people, here today and gone tomorrow. Ralph had the answer. This is only Sunday. He will be here until Tuesday because Monday is the 4th of July, and his father says he won't leave in a holiday weekend traffic. He always brings us plenty, and if we don't stuff ourselves, we can save enough to stand until the management forgets us. Uncle Lester nodded thoughtfully. That seems like a sound idea. Yes, but Ralph, there is one thing that worries me, said his mother. How are we going to tip room service? When people have a waiter bring them food, they always give them a coin or two for their service. We haven't any money. Ralph had not thought of this. If we are going to continue to accept room service, we must do the right thing, insisted his mother. Don't worry, I'll think of something, promised Ralph in the grand way he had acquired since he had ordered a meal sent up to the mouse nest. All right, chapter 10 is coming up.